Today, I wanted to talk about the phrase and the experience of the dark night of the soul. Um, One way that you can see this is that everything that used to feel colorful in your life has just kind of gone into black and white and gone kind of dark. And things that used to excite you are there. It's like your excitement level has been really turned down and things are not working out or they're becoming more of a struggle. And you're not seeing a reflection in the world of who you came here to be. And that kind of goes pretty deep. If you can think about the times where you felt this, when have you felt like your desires were completely invisible and not showing up for you in the world? And when have you felt like, actually not just felt, but had thoughts of it's too late, um, that didn't work out, it won't work out, something's wrong with my life, something's wrong with me. These are some of the thoughts that go on in the sort of ego mind part of us when we are going through what we can call a dark night of the soul. Wikipedia says that the dark night of the soul is a phase of passive purification in the mystical development of the individual's spirit. Why is this passive? It's passive because you feel like there's nothing you can do to change the outcome. You feel like life is just happening to you, and it's not happening in the technicolor of your soul's vision for your life. It's happening in this sort of, well, I guess this is just what I get. Like, I guess this is okay to just settle for whatever this is. It's enough. Because what if I were to decide that I wanted something that was really a magical dream to start to become manifested in my world, I would feel so differently on a scale of, well, let's just go up to 100, with 100 being that you're just on fire with excitement and joy. And 50% is what it sounds like. And 10%, where are you on the scale of feeling vibrantly alive and on purpose, feeling like the world is your world? Not feeling like a stranger in the world and not feeling like you're just a passive observer of this movie that your life has become. A phase of passive purification in the mystical development of the individual spirit. Passive purification. When you surrender because you're like, you throw your hands up like, okay, it's not my will. I don't know how to do this thing. This thing is not mine. This is not my creation. When you're born, you come in, and I use the astrology chart as part of the map that I speak with clients about. This is your divine blueprint. It's your soul very intentionally saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to come on in with a treasure chest of things that I want to offer. And then I'm going to also have some obstacles and some pain points and some challenges to work through so that I can see myself more clearly spiritually. And you come in with this, and there are going to be moments as I talk about this, just think about what it is for you. Where did you stop in your life feeling that you were on purpose and that there's actually this energetic tension and excitement between you and the world that you're in, where you're feeling the feedback of your soul's intention to you coming from the events that are coming back to you or showing up for you. And then think of the moments where you felt like I can just walk through down the street and be completely invisible in this world. It's like I'm just an observer. I'm not even a character. I'm not on the main stage. And these are signatures to me of the dark night of the soul. And it always has a place where you gave up. you can go back to that place, unravel the energy, the timeline, unravel all that's been manifested or created that is sort of not you. And so as we're talking about this, just think about has there been a when and a where when you start to feel checked out, numb, wanting to anesthetize, wanting to numb out, check out, just like, okay, this is not my game board, this is somebody else's, this is not my movie, it's somebody else's. To me, those are the things that happen before our soul says, you know what? This is your life. And we are going to check back in, regardless of what you're doing to anesthetize. And when that happens, is the dark night of the soul. I have so many memories of this myself, where I had the soul impulse, the excitement. I knew what I was going to do. I was excited about it. I was feeling this energy that was palpable between me and the world I was creating for myself. And then something happened that shook my faith. A phase of passive purification in the mystical development of the individual spirit. So, you know, we, when we feel an interruption to our own mystical awareness of what the world is meant to be for us, we start disengaging from our vehicle, which is our life, our body, our intuition. And we begin to feel numb, checked out, passive. And it's because we've been letting ourselves get derailed and not listening to the soul's voice, which is the intuition. That dark night of the soul is the agony in the heart, which is where the soul is connecting in, that's saying, hey, we're not on course here, and we have taken a totally passive role. It's like we're going to just fall off a cliff, or we're falling, we're anesthetizing so far, we're never going to come back. So we have to come back, and it has to hurt a little bit because the heart is where we gain access to the soul's wisdom. Yes, the soul speaks to us through our intuitive centers. We can have the gut response, we can have clairvoyance, we can have intuition, but it's in the heart that everything galvanizes. And, this is why the power of love is so strong, is because it actually causes us whatever we're loving, it causes us to engage fully. And the soul really wants engagement. I'm forgetting, there was a conversation I had on my radio show years ago, and I love to attribute this, and I can't remember the author's name, but his ideas were that the spirit is never completely manifest. The spirit is this ever-present archetype that holds steady for us. It's the spiritual life force, and the soul is downward into the body, into the life. That's why things hurt so much when they don't work out, or when we want things to work out, or we never want to try again because we don't want to feel like it's not going to work out. It hurts here because this is where the soul is here to build more of itself through living. And this is sort of what we come out with when spiritual development is the soul growing through your life choices. I said in my last video that I just feel like there's been so much checking out in the last 5 years since the pandemic, of people going, oh, you know what? I'd be happy with a cupcake and a cup of coffee, or hey, you know what? I'm not here. And so many people are like dropping dead, young people. There are people that are just dropping out of life. And then there are so many people holding on, but have moved from out of the intentional place of creating the heart's desire, what you came here to be through your soul, and they've moved into passivity, coping, surviving. So where are you? Where are you with this? This weekend, we are coming into the perfection of the aspect of Venus opposition Saturn. And this is a hard one. It's hard to feel like love and money and the things we love are a struggle or something saying no, you can't have that. And that's kind of what this aspect is. It's just a tough one where we feel a sense of futility, struggle. Um, I just can't get there. I can't get what I want, and all of that stuff. And so, as we are moving into this next couple of days with the perfection on the weekend of this degree, I actually feel like we're going to have some amazing aspects and resolution after Venus moves into Libra next week, which is when I'm starting my Heart's Desire Challenge. I had a few technical issues. I'm not really used to Facebook groups, so, but I think the link works. And so I've posted it here. Just please come join me for this. If you don't know me and my work, this is a free challenge. Everything I do is based on the people who show up. I don't care if it's three people or 50. It's really for you. And the quantum aspect is when you show up for something, it becomes yours. Ah, that sounds a lot like facing the crisis, the dark night of the soul. When you show up for something, your life, it becomes made for you. So that's a lot of the material we're going to be looking at as we go through the challenge, which I think is going to be about 14 days. We'll see when we get in there. I play these things by ear. So join me for that. Um, I hope this has given you some food for thought. I think this is a time to really get connected to your intentions for this lifetime. Whatever age you are, I don't care what age you are. If you're feeling discouraged, if you are feeling numb, if you are feeling like you're not yourself anymore, and there was a time that you were more yourself, if you're feeling like there's an age you've hit that is that is telling you that you can't have what you want, something that you want that you've wanted, then this challenge will be really helpful for you because we're going to be clearing away all of the can'ts and the distractions and getting you out of numbness and into a space where you can actually feel your heart and the messages that are coming through for you. Just know that sometimes, and this is a big issue for people, is, this is what the midlife crisis is at 42 and onward, and all of these cycles that we have that are trying to wake us up. Like you have this precious life, what will you do with it? And if you have gone to sleep on your purpose, the wake up call is here, especially if you're going through these feelings of dark night of the soul, where Netflix is more your life than you creating the movie of your life. So I'm going to end it there. I'd love your comments on how this is for you. You can write me with any questions, especially if you see this on Facebook or YouTube. Let's be in touch and join us for the Heart's Desire Challenge starting on the 13th. Okay. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon.